Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yahoo!
How you doing, guys? We're here on Saturday, September 16th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time during this fall season. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of everyone on this channel, we appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in right now. And joining me on my right is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in demand hours behind all the videos that we produce on his channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you so much for that fine introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the mister.
Now, the host of Los Amigos Play, Mr. Angel Mendez, will not be joining us in person, but he will be joining us via Zoom call later during the stream. He's currently preoccupied at the moment.
Home ownership is not all it's cracked up to be.
No, it's not.
But he'll live. He's living and learning, and then he gets loves.
Indeed.
Who remembers Love's diapers? Are they still around? I don't know. I'm not a baby anymore, so I don't worry about that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And much like all our other shows on his channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, then you can become an Inner Flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the Inner Flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're helping the Ravens Flock in our struggle to break away from the chains of late-stage capitalism, getting us away from being horrible wage slaves to soulless corporations that we don't love or care about, and work for you, our audience. We're creating the content that you want us to make, and being our own bosses in regards of not being beholden to anyone else's will except for the will of our audience. We also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback on your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel. So we've got in our YouTube chat, we've got Christy Rando-sama and Nikki Bella holding it down for our mod squad. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Nikki. Welcome to the show. We've got Aaron Cooper, Lady Baron, Adia Shroud. I saw Matthew Coburn and Project Metal Music over here as well, all in the YouTube chat.
A brief shout out to Matthew Coburn. Thank you very much for getting the movie reference on our thumbnail. We appreciate you.
We do. It took us a second to figure out how we were going to bring these stories together, and then it just clicked. So we got it straightened out. And Mr. Geek Me Out's in the chat. Hey up, Mr. Geek Me Out. Welcome to the Ravens Flock. We appreciate you joining us here tonight, buddy.
Absolutely. Now, I guess there's no easy way to say this. This has been an incredibly insane, crazy week. And yeah, first of all, Adia Shroud, congratulations! Welcome to becoming an inner flocker.
She just renewed her membership here.
Okay.
Yep. So thank you very much for once again becoming an inner flocker here, folks. Let's give her a round of applause, shall we?
Yes, indeed. All right, but
see, look, here we go.
Oh snap, folks! It looks like soon, maybe coming right now. Joining us via Zoom call is the host of Los Amigos Play, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Gentlemen, I come to you weary and tired.
I am
ever so tired.
I'm sorry, man. Like, do you have a glass of water with you?
I am holding a bottle of Hal's New York Seltzer Water Original. 0 calories and 20 times more burning sensation. I have just had to spend an uncountable amount of money and several hours of my life lifting more wood than I ever want to. I've been grabbing so much wood, gay people at clubs are jealous of me. My entire house is filled with wood. Wood for days. Would you like lumber? Too bad. It's mine. You can't have it.
Dear Lord Almighty. You see what I mean here, folks? Angel is struggling just as bad as we are in order to break away from the chains of late-stage capitalism in the world of home improvement. He can't do this without your support, folks.
My sincerest apologies for the late arrival. Would have done this earlier, but it genuinely took way longer than expected because we gathered everything. But for some reason, the one goddamn box of plaster nails took like half an hour to pick up.
You gotta be shitting me.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, we found everything on second one, and then that one box of nails we really need, it took forever to find. It's crazy.
No, I don't doubt it, Angel. I don't doubt it. But you know what? Listen, I think you and I and Juan, all three of us, we need to count our blessings right now because at least, you know what, we're still streaming through better or worse, come hell or high water, no matter what the weather is, we're still here, we're still streaming, we're still talking to everyone that's tuning in live right now, and most importantly, we have not fallen victim of any security breaches whatsoever.
Yeah, we are 100% safe. Literally nothing has touched our accounts, and every single bastard whoever tried to steal with us was left in the dust because our bank accounts have nothing but.
So unfortunately, we can't say the same for MGM Grand.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with the spicy story over here that's been kind of going around, folks. Which was the inspiration for our thumbnail. Which I wish we could make this stuff up. On September 11th, you never forget, this past Monday, the servers for operation of MGM Resorts International in Las Vegas were infiltrated and shut down. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea how many actual casinos are owned by MGM Resorts International?
Enough.
Yeah.
They all went tits up.
It's hilarious and horrifying at the same time. Let me put it this way: the two of the blessed casinos in there are the MGM Grand and the Bellagio. They also had the Mandalay Bay and the Cosmopolitan, which were also, if I'm not mistaken, properties of MGM Resorts International as well. So 2 out of the 3 Ocean's 11 casinos are legitimately hacked. Because if anyone knows their stuff, they robbed the Bellagio, the MGM Grand, and the Mirage. So
This feels a little too on the nose to be a mere coincidence.
well, that's what they get for conglomerating and consolidating and buying up all these properties. If each and every one of these casinos stayed independent from each other, then maybe it wouldn't be so much of a problem, would it?
Well, gee, why don't you...
I don't...
Go on, Angel.
Sorry, I was meant to say, wait, were you telling me that fusing all of these packages into a single vulnerable big pile of packages was a bad idea?
Yeah, Angel.
Are you crazy?
It's almost as if, a monopoly doesn't always work.
Crazy. We just need to mash more casinos together.
Oh, no,
If we casino harder, surely we can avoid this.
For the record, there was another server that was also impacted this past week by the same group of hackers, which is actually Caesar's Palace, which is completely on its own. But there's an issue with that. First off, just so you guys can actually see exactly what happened with this hilarious circumstance of cyber terrorism.
Juan's going to share the article right now, and so just bear with us, folks, and we're going to go ahead and read along, all right?
So this is an article...
it's a monopoly gone wrong, it's a monopoly that has consequences.
Exactly. So this article is brought to us by NBC News. Headline reads, hackers tied to Las Vegas attacks known for sweet-talking their way into company systems.
Let's go ahead and scroll down.
They literally called and said, hello, customer service. We are here to do your hacking security test.
Oh no!
Could I have the hack codes, please?
It's worse. I'm gonna lay this out for you guys over here.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's worse. Like, before I actually get to the article proper, let me let you guys know exactly what happened. The hacker group known as Scattered Spider, also known as Alpha V. I don't know why they have the V in there. Whatever, to sound cool.
Alpha 5 sounds like a shout out to something. I gotta look that up later.
Is the little robot in Power Rangers. That's him.
Well, there you go. The Power Rangers decided, fuck your casinos. Give me your money.
We doing crimes. Also, Lisa Boo made her way to the chat. Hey up, Lisa.
Hello.
Boo. So, listen, folks. This is what actually happened. This hacker group specializes in social engineering. Basically scamming. And basically pretending to be one person in order to do something else, or creating circumstances to guide a person or a company to perform a specific action that you want. Manipulation, basically. These guys had actually called the internal help desk at MGM Resorts. And what they did was, first they went on to the LinkedIn page, they looked up the employees list of everyone working at MGM, they picked one out of a hat, they called the MGM help desk, they said, hi, I'm XYZ Fulano ABC, I'm having trouble logging into my systems for IT services, can you help me? Yes, of course. Let's help you out. Congratulations. I now have hypervisor access to the entirety of all of MGM systems.
Thanks, idiot.
For the record, this is usually how hacking is done. Unlike the movies that involve pulling out 3 keyboards and clacking away while desperately hitting another keyboard with your penis, this is usually how high security hacking goes. It mostly involves impersonation and somebody at security not being fast enough to ask the right questions like, wait a minute! You don't sound like... Where's your Russian accent? Everyone here is supposed to have a horrible Russian accent. What's your deal?
Dude, and you folks are not going to believe how long it actually took to pull this off. Are you ready?
How long?
How long?
Are you ready?
Give us a number.
10 minutes.
10 minutes is all it took.
10 freaking minutes! At that point,
10 minutes.
They had hypervisor access to all of the systems at MGM Resorts. They went ape shit. They went banana balls. They loaded up with malware, ransomware. They flooded the entirety of the MGM servers with so much crap that the reason why it's shut down is because MGM basically cut the plugs, pulled the plugs, cut the line. They
How many security measures?
Because it's not only that their internal computers are down, so they can't actually manage their hotels, their amenities, their internal their internal accounting, and pay stub, clock punching for getting paid, but also every single digitized casino system, slots, all of them.
Everything just went to hell. Everything.
So
And
basically,
they shut it off because they knew that once they realized that they were down, that they were hacked, that they could not run the risk of someone infiltrating that in order to just make a gajillion dollars pour out of one sap's freaking slot machine.
this oddly sounds like what happened on freaking Ocean's 13.
Also, hi there, Green-Eyed Dragon. Welcome to the Ravens flock, folks.
Hello.
Holy shit.
So you're telling me that after all those changes, all that physical security, all the armed guards, all the heavy safe doors, all the safety protection protocols, firewalls, safe redundant systems, everything needed to stop a physical theft. The only thing it took to break to the digital theft was, hey, my name's Larry. I started working a week here. What's the password? Oh, hey, Larry, you sounded French the last time. That was me. I had a cold.
Sorry, buddy. No Greco.
Che ne sai quale password le abiliti godabake le guzei?
That's actually close enough to French that I understood what the hell you were saying.
Yeah. Oh
Also,
my God.
Yeah, Aaron Cooper, hey up there, Aaron Cooper.
Hello,
Welcome to the
Aaron.
Ravens
Welcome,
flock.
welcome.
Holy shit, yeah. Aaron guessed 4 hours. Nope. 10 minutes.
All it took was 10 minutes, and not even a Greco player tracker can stop him.
So let's
Because at the end of the day, no amount of machinery can make do for the greatest mistake of all, which is human error.
can't screw you can't screw up without a human at the helm. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me get y'all into the weeds of the story over here. So a person familiar with the attacks of the hackers behind the Las Vegas intrusions are members of a group that the cybersecurity industry often refers to as Scattered Spider.
This article is provided by Kevin Collier on September 15th. So yesterday, is updated same day. The hackers, who are believed to be behind a major cyber attack that has disrupted several casinos and hotels in Las Vegas, are part of a small but prolific cyber crime clique whose members have also hit other major U.S. companies in the past year by talking their way into access to computer networks, cybersecurity experts, and a person familiar with the hack said.
They are known in many cybersecurity circles in part because of a rare trait. They appear to be native English speakers, something that differentiates them from many cybercrime groups that are made up of Russians and Eastern Europeans. So, number one, this is racial profiling here.
Why are we blaming the Russians for everything? What is this, the 90s?
No, Angel, because you could tell Russian accents. You could tell Eastern European accents from a mile away, no matter how hard they
it's
try.
so typical, man.
Hello, my name is Lois. I started working last week. What's password?
God dang
Conrad.
it. Can we have any terrorist group that's not the usual Ravs?
Russians,
No.
Arabs, and what?
Villains.
Wow.
Man,
Thank you, Jose.
reality is more cliche than fiction.
Thank you for smoking there, Jose.
I know.
Let's
Go
get
on.
back in the article over here. MGM Resorts, which runs many of the most popular casinos and hotels in Las Vegas, including the Bellagio, Aria, and Mandalay Bay, is still scrambling to recover after hackers significantly disrupted its operations earlier this week, leading to shutdowns on casino floors and hotel guests unable to use key cards to enter their rooms. That's how bad it was. The key cards were FUBAR. When they shut off access to all the servers, they shut off access to the locks. Doors are offline, Captain. Holy
all these interconnected systems remind me of... Guys, didn't we have something similar like this happening with Facebook a few years ago?
Well,
yes, there was. It was, what do you call it? I don't
the
remember
Facebook
who hacked
HQ servers got hacked, and somehow it turns out that the systems literally were connected to everything. There were no redundancies in case of error. So when one system went down, everything went down, and the workers got trapped inside their own buildings.
And they were trapped out of their own building, too. They were locked out. They couldn't open the doors.
That did happen, but different hacker group, not the same group.
Yeah, no, this is...
I know, but it is very simple. If I had a penny for every time a massive organization got completely screwed by hackers because their system had redundancies, I would have 2 pennies, which isn't much, but it's kind of weird that it's happened twice.
All right. I'll continue on. So, MGM employees were still unable to access their corporate emails as of Friday morning, a worker who was not authorized to speak for the company told NBC News. On Friday afternoon, MGM announced that while some systems were still affected by the attack, the vast majority of our property offerings currently remain operational.
They're basically saying, please come in. Please buy things from us, like our overpriced food and tickets to a show. Please, we're losing money, people! Get in here! We're losing money! Help!
Oh shit, the line go down.
The line
Go
right
down.
There. The line
go down.
The breach has become one of the most high profile in recent years, a particularly public and flashy example of the ongoing scourge of cyber attacks and ransomware deployments that have waylaid police stations, hospitals, and schools alongside major businesses.
A person familiar with the attacks said the hackers behind the Las Vegas intrusions are members of a group that the cybersecurity industry often refers to as Scattered Spider. And while many hacker groups employed varying hacking techniques to wreak havoc on computer systems, this group's entry points can be decidedly low-tech. Phone calls and online chats with tech support. Wendy Whitmore, a senior vice president at the cybersecurity company Palo Alto Networks, said her company is investigating multiple breaches connected to the hacker group. She said the hackers are masters of social engineering, which is the practice of fooling people into giving up information that can be used to take over the accounts of key people at victim companies. She declined to comment on who might be behind recent casino attacks. Quote, they typically try to get a password reset by calling the help desk. I've been traveling, I've just come back from vacation, some sort of ruse that's plausible enough, she said. And
it worked!
A lot of help desks have metrics on being able to resolve an incident quickly. Caesars Entertainment. Yeah, go ahead and say.
Caesars Entertainment, which rivals MGM in Las Vegas and runs the Tropicana, William Hill, Harrah's, and its namesake Caesars, was also hacked last week. The company said in a Securities and Exchange Commission's filing Thursday. It did not suffer public outages and may have paid the hackers to avert any major disruptions.
Rule number 1 when you're being held at ransom. What do you never, ever do?
Negotiate with terrorists.
What Angel said.
That's close enough. Never pay the ransom.
Instead, how about you to give him a hobo's dick cheese?
Exactly. Tell him to freaking fulano off. So you guys got to understand, this was absolutely ridiculous, and the fact that Caesars Entertainment reported having been affected in the exact same way, their operations were not fucked up nearly as badly because they paid the ransom. Would you guys like to know how much? Would you like to know how much?
How much is the ransom?
Guess how much?
I hesitate to
All right.
$50 million.
Actually less.
10 million.
Yeah.
More.
20 million.
Hold on. What did Angel say?
$20 million.
No, you were close, Zay.
25 million.
Nope.
30 million?
There we go. $30 million.
$30 million.
Dollarinos, dollary-doos.
To be fair though, those casinos can make that amount back in like a week. Yeah, but still, the fact that you did it in the first place, the fact that you accepted it means that they won, which will essentially embolden other criminal groups to do it again.
Yeah. Establishments like Caesar's Palace that we just covered.
Yeah, Caesar's
Entertainment. They do have insurance to cover what they lost.
All I'm hearing is Caesar's Pizza now.
Like Caesars became a bitch. Basically, they went as the bitch for the hackers. Let me see here.
Damn.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Imagine not hiring counter hackers to hunt them down and kill them all, like a proper horrible institution monopolized into the power of capitalism would. Man, this dystopia is bullshit.
Right? Yeah, Lisa Boo over here. The good old days of actual keys. Holy shit. Yeah, Matthew Cobra. This just ruins it for those who do have that problem. And some people are stupid sometimes, says Edie Shroud. Yeah, no, they're dumb. They're dumber than a box of rocks. They paid up like a bitch. But apparently, from what we could tell, excuse the burp, MGM, as far as we could tell, hasn't yet paid this ransom. So...
Oh.
Yeah, so their stuff is still down. And even though this cyber attack is clearly aimed at disrupting the cash flow and operations of the casinos and hurting the corporations as directly as possible, the people who really take it in the shins are the customers, are the folks who are actually attending. I showed you guys, I think I sent you guys like TikTok videos and stuff from people actually in lines at the Bellagio, and the lines went all through the casino floor to check into a room.
Yeah.
Christ. Yeah, but it wasn't just the casino. It's just everything is broken. Which, to be fair, though, that's on the company. Why would you connect the doors to the goddamn system?
Oh no, what Juan is saying is that like the customers, like their information's also been
compromised.
We don't know.
Oh.
Actually, as a matter of fact, we might know.
We might know. Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna try to go past the rest of the article over here. If there's anything sexy happening in there.
No, this is pretty much not sexy at all. This is the most unsexy thing that could have possibly happened right now.
The only sexy thing about it is that the money was stolen and in a large amount.
No, I'm sorry.
It's not.
No, we can't do it, Joe. I'm sorry. We also like hack the customer's eyes when they go to the titty bar. Everything gets censored now.
No,
damn it!
Not the titty bar.
When the hackers say that we're gonna take everything, bro, it's Las Vegas.
I'm saying they don't have titty bars in the casinos and hotels.
Yeah, that's the one that you cannot. That's the one you cannot see. There's a special location if you know who to ask.
Juan's been to Vegas. He would know.
Yeah, but you were hanging out with Andy, and he wasn't allowed there because he wasn't allowed to have fun. You gotta go to the VIP section. You gotta know who to ask. You gotta ask a bunch of people, and you gotta find the guy that looks like The Rock. But it's not really The Rock. The Rock is like right next to that guy. But you'll know the guy because he'll do that thing with the eyebrows. And then you'll go to the VIP section.
I think you've got something going over here. Fight Center Macrocephalus made his way to the chat. Hey, up there, Fight Center.
Hello.
It's the sperm whale. Did someone say the most unsexy thing that could possibly happen right now? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This is a completely unsexy situation because the money itself of these companies isn't being stolen. They're just cut off their cash flow. So it's basically saying, hey, I'm not stealing anything out of the bank accounts of the casinos. I'm not stealing anything out of the players' databases at all.
But you're stealing their ability to make money.
Exactly. Now
it's like this. The line isn't going up. The line isn't going down. The line is not going anywhere. The line is just there.
Actually, there is a line. The line is simple. The line is the generated income, the daily income. That's the line that went straight the fuck down.
There is a line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is a line, but the spiders crossed it.
Now,
okay, that was good.
have something here for you guys that you're going to find very interesting.
Okay.
I'm going to have to read. I'm sorry for this, guys, because this is going to be a little bit of a long read. There is actually a manifesto. There is a statement that was launched out by the group that's claiming responsibility for this. They're not going by Scattered Spider. They're going by Alpha/Black Cat.
Alpha 5. Yeah, I know
Alpha
we made
Black Cat.
Yeah, I know. I know we made our jokes about Alpha 5 from Power Rangers, but man, if it was Johnny 5, that would be much more hilarious. But go on.
Johnny 5 is alive and fucking pissed.
Guys, now this was pulled directly. Apparently, this hacker group has their own leak site / news update site. So, but it's not on this Reddit. This Reddit is where someone copied it over. So please accept me. Thank you for copying this and not riddling us with viruses. Their statement is called Statement on MGM Resorts International, Setting the Record Straight, published on September 14th at 7:46 p.m. Sit tight, folks, and get your popcorn out. Oh God, here we go.
Go for it, Juan.
We have made multiple attempts to reach out to MGM Resorts International. MGM, as reported, MGM shut down computers inside their network as a response to us. We intend to send the record straight. No ransomware was deployed prior to the initial takedown of their infrastructure by their internal teams. MGM made the hasty decision to shut down each and every one of their Okta Sync servers after learning that we'd been lurking on their Okta agent servers, sniffing passwords of people whose passwords couldn't be cracked from their domain controller hash stubs, resulting in their Okta being completely locked out. Meanwhile, we continue to have super administrator privileges to their Okta, along with global administrator privileges to their Azure tenant. They made an attempt to evict us after discovering that we had access to their Okta environment, but things did not go according to plan. Just so you guys know, the Okta environment, these are all like the different servers and online systems that these guys use to manage their hotels, to manage the security systems, to manage the casino machines, things like that.
You can tell that this guy was having the Death Note soundtrack playing right behind him, but things did not go according to plan.
Right, go on.
On Sunday night, MGM implemented conditional restrictions that barred all access to their Okta environment due to inadequate administrative capabilities and weak incident response playbooks, aka they shut down because they know that they can't hang with us. Due to their network engineers' lack of understanding of how the network functions, network access was problematic on Saturday. They then made the decision to take offline seemingly important components of their infrastructure on Sunday. After waiting a day, we successfully launched ransomware attacks against more than 100 ESXi hypervisors in their environment on September 11th, after trying to get in touch but failing. This was after they brought in external firms for assistance in containing the incident. Basically, they were in since the beginning of last weekend, and they were trying to reach out to the folks at MGM saying, "Hey, we got you by the balls. You guys need to do what we want." MGM said no, and brought in external security firms. So you were talking about White Hats, Angel. This is them. All right, so
damn.
Yeah, continuing. In our MGM victim chat, victim chat.
There's a victim chat. Amazing.
A user suddenly surfaced a few hours after the ransomware was deployed, as they were not responding to our emails with the special link provided in order to prevent other IT personnel from reading the chats. We could not actively identify if the user in the victim chat was authorized by MGM leadership to be present. So somebody showed up in our chat, but we couldn't tell whether or not if it was actually MGM, so we're not engaging with them. Continuing. We posted a link to download any and all exfiltrated materials up until September 12th. On September 13th, in the same discussion, since the individual in the conversation did not originate from the email, but rather from the hypervisor note, as was already indicated, we were unable to confirm whether they had permission to be there. To guard against any unneeded data leaking, we added a password to the data link we provided them. 2 passwords belonging to senior executives were combined to create a password. You need a dual alpha class password.
Oh my
confirmation.
God.
So,
that's like Nick Fury shit. There.
Exactly.
That makes it even worse. Because you basically went in there and go, yo, this is me, big boss man from big boss company, CEO Incorporated, and whatever. Give me the password or I'll fire you or something.
But nope. No, it's not that hard. It's not that simple.
Like, you would think that somebody would go, hey, man, why would the guy in charge of this entire freaking company be calling me to ask for a password? Shouldn't there be rules and regulate? Like, something, this feels sus.
Exactly. Let's see here. It is actually pretty sussy, which was clearly hinted to them with asterisks on the bulk of the password characters so that the authorized individuals would be able to view the files. The employee IDs were also provided for the 2 users for identification purposes. So they basically picked out which 2 executives they want doing this. The user has consistently been coming into the chat room every several hours, remaining for a few hours and then leaving. About 7 hours ago, we informed the chat user that if they do not respond by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will post a statement. Even after the deadline passed, they continue to visit without responding. We are unsure if this activity is automated, but would likely assume it is a human checking it. We're unable to reveal if personal identifying information has been exfiltrated at this time. If we are unable to reach an agreement with MGM, and we are unable to establish that there's PII information contained in the exfiltrated data, we will take the first steps in notifying Troy Hunt from havelbeenpotent.com. He is free to disclose it in a responsible manner if he so chooses. We believe MGM will not agree to a deal with us. Simply observe their insider trading behavior. You believe that this company is concerned with your privacy and well-being while visiting one of their resorts? We're not sure. We're not so sure about anyone else, but it is evident from this that that no insiders have purchased any stock in the past 12 months, while 7 insiders have sold shares for a combined $33 million. This corporation is riddled with greed, incompetence, and corruption. We recognize that MGM is mistreating the hotel's customers and really regret that it has taken them 5 years to get their act together. Other lodging options, including casinos, are undoubtedly open and happy to assist you. At this point, we have no choice but to criticize VX Underground for falsely reporting events that never happened. We typically consider their information to be highly reliable and timely, but we did not attempt to tamper with MGM slot machines to spit out money, because doing so would not be to our benefit and would decrease the chances of any sort of deal. The rumors about teenagers from the US and UK breaking into this organization are still just that, rumors. We are waiting for these ostensibly respected cybersecurity firms who continue to make this claim to start providing solid evidence to support it, stating to the actors' identities as they are so well versed in them. The truth is that these specialists find it difficult to delineate between the actions of various threat groupings. Therefore, they have grouped them together. Two wrongs do not make a right. Thus, they choose to make false attribution claims and then leak them to the press when they are still unable to confirm attribution with high degrees of certainty after doing this. The tactics, procedures, and indicators of compromise (TTPs) used by the people they blame for the attacks are known to the public and are relatively easy for anyone to imitate. The Alpha ransomware group has not before privately or publicly claimed responsibility for an attack before this point. Rumors were leaked from MGM Resorts International by unhappy employees or outside cybersecurity experts prior to this disclosure. Based on unverified disclosures, news outlets made the decision to falsely claim that we had claimed responsibility for the attack before we had. We still continue to have access to some of MGM's infrastructure. If a deal is not reached, we shall carry out additional attacks. We continue to MGM to grow a pair and reach out, as they have clearly demonstrated they know where to contact us.
Oh!
Damn!
Breaking all
Big
this...
cojones on this one.
So, sorry, go ahead. You go ahead, Angel. You go ahead.
No, I was just saying that big cojones on that one. Holy shit.
No, you have no idea, brother. So let me just break this down to regular, plain old English. The hackers are basically saying, we weren't going to do anything because we just got in. We gave these guys information on how to reach us, but they ain't reached us. They got somebody lurking in our chat that we set up just for them, but they ain't talking. We're waiting. We're waiting for you guys to fucking pony up. You're not.
We're holding the big red button that says launch nukes. But I guess you don't want us to do anything with it.
Exactly. And at the same time, throwing MGM completely under the bus, exposing how greedy and corrupt they are.
Like, so this
incredible.
This explains the ransom amount that was pulled up from everyone, talking that they want $30 million. It's exactly the same amount that these insiders, like the inside executives of MGM, had sold in order to short their own stock, in order to like screw with people. And the PII thing that it's talking about, that is personal identifying information. That is actually information of players, like the high-end players, the high-end folks that actually go into the casinos and roll out the money. If you go into the casinos, I don't know if you know this, but the actual cashier's booth, it's computerized all to hell, and they need your ID. They need your bank account info to make sure that you're not screwing with them, and they need you to verify, because if you're going in for like high amounts of money, they want to make sure that you can back it up. So that's the
makes sense. There's only so many zeros they're allowed to let by, and when the number goes beyond 5 zeros, people gotta start asking some questions.
So at that point, the fact that these guys are saying, like, hey, we didn't know whether or not if any of our infiltrated information includes your players, your high rollers, and your whales, and all these folks, but it might.
It might. This is just them firing the first shot. This has only begun.
You never know. It could happen.
So, that being said, folks, I want to know what everyone in the chat is thinking about all this. Let us know in the comments below. And if you're watching on the replay, by the way, if you're watching us after the show's been live, let us know. Comment underneath. We like you commenting after the show.
That is right. That is right, Aaron Cooper and Lisa Boo. Whales, not the actual like creature whales. We like those whales. Okay, but
okay. Whales is another term for like super high roller folks who
rich
are
people with
like,
money to lose.
Exactly, rich folks with money to spare. So, so I want to know what's everyone's in the chat. Matthew Coburn was saying should have used InSync servers. Bye.
That's a good
Man.
One. Sung that aloud. How dare you?
I miss the days when you could just put shit on physical media and just move physical. It's ironic how we reached the point where having actual physical money being moved by physical cards into an armored vehicle is less dangerous than the other option, which is digitize everything. It's fine. Listen, I'm going to put the switch of this nuclear bomb next to this big pile of dominoes and this bucket of cement and this sliding whistle, and surely nothing can possibly go. Oh, shit.
Oh, but Angel, that's because we're in 2023. This is the digital frontier, man.
Oh, freaking, what do you call it? I think I saw Matthew Coburn in the chat. He said, like, it makes you miss the days when the mob owned the casinos.
At least the mobs were honest. You mess with them, they whack you.
But as we pointed...
Aaron Cooper, thank you for that. Crash Override and Acid Burn couldn't have done better. Thank you for the hackers reference. Angelina Jolie, thank the hell out of you for that. Holy shit.
But, of course, the craziness of MGM isn't the only thing that we're going to be reporting on. This is something that we have discussed all week, and I think it's only fitting that Angel takes the reins on this one.
Yeah, it really is. I know, Angel. I know. Let me do you a favor, and I know you gave me the articles from Eurogamer, but they don't like formatting really well with the blasted window over here. So I actually went to the source articles that were on Polygon. So I'm going to send you those so you can read along and follow along with those. So there's the first one.
You're sending it to the wrong person.
Oh, I sent them to K-Storm. Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah. Well, come on, man.
My bad. I sent them to K-Storm. Okay, give me a second.
Bear with us, Angel. We're going to get to you in a minute.
Hang on.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay, so that's my oopsie poopsies. K-Storm, please don't message me while I'm live. I'm trying to message Angel.
There we go.
Okay, so there's the first one, and here's the second where we've got the escalation of it. Now, folks, Angel, as you guys know, is not just the host of Los Amigos Play, not just the living it of the Ravens flock, not just a man with a million opinions and zero apologies, but he is a hardcore gamer. He is the representative of the gamer class.
I do, in fact, enjoy video games.
Which is why he's so unfiltered and uncompromising when it comes to his off-color opinions, especially when he wants to evoke horrible shit like 9/11.
Yes,
but the fact that the hackers chose 9/11 as their day for shutdown was also fucking funny. But
yes, because now we get to enjoy it today. In the good old days after 9/11.
Oh, dear criminy. Okay, so,
all right, Angel, so, we're going to get...
Yeah, so like I was leading Angel in.
Okay, go on.
Like basically, folks, Angel is our resident gaming news beat man. He knows what's going on in the gaming world. He will tell you things that you're not going to understand at first, but we'll try to simplify in stupid English so that everyone can read along and understand. Angel, by all means, brother, take the reins.
Let's begin with the first one. Now, as you know, there is an engine because games run on engines. This is kind of the way they're supposed to do it. If they don't have engines, the machine doesn't work. It's basically the program that makes the programming do the thing. And this particular engine that has come under its own severe fire has been none other than Unity. For a bit of context, for those of you who don't know, allow me to give you a brief list of the games that run under Unity. Cuphead, Beat Saber, Among Us, Fall Guys, Entitled Goose Game, Pokemon Go, City Skylines, Hollow Knight, Monument Valley, Rust, Subnautica, Ori and the Blind Forest, Gunfire Reborn, Return of our Redeemed, Outer Wilds, My Friend Pedro, Lone Sails, Pillars of Eternity, Blitzkrieg Trick, Death's Door, Rimworld, Hearthstone, Ori and the Will-O-Wisp, Aegis Defenders, Ape Out, Valley of the Wind, Tuni, Monument Valley, Crossroads, Auto Adventure, Cult of the Lamb, Genshin Impact, Battletech, Escape Plan, Origami, Besiege, Cluster Truck, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Albion Online, Chaos Reborn, Armello, Life, Among the Sheep, Pro Force, 7 Ways to Die, Popsy 3D, Dead Frontier, Battlestar Galactica, Max, The Curse of Brotherhood, Oxygen Not Included, and Valheim.
So
So
that's a lot of fucking video games.
That's a lot of
though.
games, man. Hey, hang on a minute. I thought Pokemon Go was run by Niantic.
No, that's the company that publishes it. It is run under the Unity engine.
Oh,
So that's about 47 plus titles that work under that engine alone.
So if you notice a couple of those, the biggest ones were Beat Saber, Pokemon Go, Genshin Impact, Hearthstone. Hold on, I missed one. Among Us. Yeah, the Among Us, the sussy one.
The sauce.
Yeah,
and speaking of sauce.
even if you don't know video gaming, you know those games. Because
Yeah,
they're so
many
popular.
games run under the same engine and it allows for the games to actually function. Unfortunately, greed has come to fairs. And the person working on the company right now has recently revealed a new pay model that has resulted in severe anger. As shown by the Polygon article, game devs say that Unity's big change is putting studios at risk. Unity Technologies, the company behind cross-platform games engine Unity, has announced a new pricing model on Tuesday, and it has been almost universally condemned by video game developers, gamers, and social media since the announcement went live. Used widely by AAA studios, indie developers, and pretty much everybody in between, it's the foundation for many games like Pokemon Go, the well-known Hollow Knight, Rust, and Hearthstone, among plenty others. However, Unity's new pay structure ties a fee to the game installation of 20 cents when the Unity routine code is booted up on the player's device, rather than a revenue-sharing model. We are introducing a Unity runtime fee that is based upon each time a qualifying game is downloaded by an end user, a Unity representative said in a blog post detailing the fee. We chose this because each time a game is downloaded, the Unity runtime is also installed. Also, we believe that an initial install-based fee allows creators to keep the ongoing financial gains from player engagement, unlike a revenue share. Needless to say, this has resulted in a massive backlash because, as Rami Ismail says on Twitter, there is no way for Unity to talk to a single developer before launching this. Developing in Unity is now considered a financial risk for subscription services, charity bundles, piracy, free-to-play or going free-to-play, malicious installs, and giveaways, which means that the developers get charged 20 cents for every single time this happens to the games, which means that depending on the price of the game, you could straight up lose money if your game gets too successful.
Let's put it this way, folks. If this isn't something that can be pirated away. This isn't something that any elite hacksaws can actually get away with going around in order to keep this happening. No, this is at the top level of the beginning process of building the game in the first place. So let me put it this way. You brought up Niantic, right? The publishers of Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Now,
Yep.
to break this down, Niantic went to Unity. They said, we want to make Pokemon Go using your engine. Unity says, okay, here's our engine. You pay us the license fee so that you can go ahead and use the engine. Okay, we paid the one-time license fee.
Yay!
Thank you, come again. From there, Niantic used the tools and used the engine of Unity to make Pokemon Go. Now, how many freaking millions of people over the years downloaded Pokemon Go?
Dude, it was
millions.
Millions. It was a very popular thing in the middle
In
of
fact,
2010.
let's look it up right now. Pokemon Go total downloads. Right now, that would be 1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion, which means that if they started getting charged for that, they could potentially lose money. Because remember, this is just the regular downloads. This doesn't say anything about illegal downloads, which there were probably plenty of as well. I'm talking hundreds of millions of dollars just down the drain here. Also, as a bit of context, do you guys know who is the CEO of Unity who proposed this idiotic change?
Who is the CEO?
John Riccitello, a man whose greed is so boundless that he used to work for EA, and back in the day he ran the idea of charging players real money for reloading their guns. A man so despicable that Suda51 made him the final boss of No More Heroes 3.
Wow.
Oh my God!
I'm not kidding. The bad guys are an alien form called FU and his human handler called Riccitello.
Ha! Thank
Damn.
you, Suda51.
That's pretty dope.
That is gangsta. I think we should
Yeah.
continue because they did set up a fee scale that every one of the video game developers are gonna have to pay.
Here,
So
I'll take this one if
Yeah.
you guys don't mind. Yeah.
Go
All right, so
ahead.
the article continues. Unity's runtime fee will be collected once a game, quote, has passed a minimum revenue threshold in the last 12 months and, quote, has passed a minimum lifetime install count, according to the blog post. Those install fees vary based on Unity pricing plans. Unity Personal and Unity Plus customers must pay 20 cents per install after reaching $200,000 of revenue in the past year and having more than 200,000 lifetime game installs. Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise users will pay 15 cents and, wait, 0.125?
Yeah,
$12.
$0.125. 12.5 cents.
And 12.5 cents per install, respectively, after making $1 million in the past year and having more than 1 million lifetime game installs. Those fees will decrease as higher thresholds are met.
So the bigger your company is, and the bigger the payment plan that you, like the licensing plan that you have with Unity, the smaller the actual revenue fee is. Now, like the royalty, I'm just calling it a fucking royalty fee because that's what it basically is. And
That is what it is.
And you got to understand, small developers like independent indie companies who are just trying to develop their video games or are experimenting, and they post it on like Steam, for example. They won't be able to afford the gigantic corporate price plans like Unity Enterprise and Unity Pro. They're gonna have to be stuck with using the Personal and Unity Plus plans. So just to give you an example, this is one that our favorite IT man Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers gave. Imagine you use Adobe software, and imagine you use it for video editing. Now,
Yes.
Now this would be the same as if you use Adobe Premiere, which is their editor, to make a video, and you put it up on YouTube, and Adobe says, "Oh, hey, you just went ahead and used our software to make your video. Pay us
20 cents, please.
20 cents, please, for every view or every time someone views it." So 5 views, that's $1. That's $1. Imagine it, folks.
It's insane.
So yeah, a billion of these. So that 12.5 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but let's actually,
if you accumulate it over time, depending on how many installs you get, then yeah, it becomes concerning. It becomes very concerning.
Imagine if I was a carpenter and I became famous enough that every time somebody sat on a chair that I made, I lose 20 cents.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah, but you're not a carpenter, Angel. You're a lumberjack, as you've told us earlier.
So,
well, imagine if every time I lifted a plank of wood, they charged me 20 cents.
Wood for days, Angel. You got wood for days. Now listen, folks. I actually ran the math over here. Since we were using the example of Pokemon Go, if this royalty fee system was around when Pokemon Go started, and if it actually had 1 billion confirmed lifetime downloads, Niantic and Nintendo would have to have paid Unity $125 million.
Wait, hang on a minute. Let me say it correctly. $125 million.
Dollars. Yeah, it is that bad. It is ridiculously, stupidly bad. And only a man who was the former CEO of EA could come up with something so greedy. Unity said that he set these numbers to avoid impacting those who have yet to find scale, meaning they don't need to pay the fee until they reach significant success. That's even worse. You are being punished for success. Think about that for a second.
Oh, congratulations. Your tiny little indie game of you playing as an owl hunting for magic frogs just went viral because people are playing it on TikTok. Congrats.
Oh, sick.
20 cents per download, please.
But half of those are piracy. And come on, man. I need to feed my children.
What children?
Now, the ones I don't have anymore, I sold them to pay the fee. Free-to-play games will have another option, which is to use Unity's level play service for game ads to offset the fees.
So if you
on Wednesday,
you get ads.
Yes.
And now, on Wednesday, Unity released a new statement, aka another bandage to cover their ass, where it tweaked the policy. Now, only new installations count towards the fee, not multiple installations on the same device. How will they know that?
How do they know?
How will they know it's a new?
How can they tell?
What How can they tell if it's for a charity stream or pirated? What if I have a wise and smart Anon from the 4chans go, hey, bro, make me a program that makes the machine thinks that every time I install it is a new machine?
Yeah, it's called building yourself a virtual machine, dude.
Yeah, it's that easy. I could literally just change the code over and over. And does that? So the green text is right. Pirate 600 copies. Company loses $100,000.
Oh my fucking lord. This is freaking robbery, man.
Yeah.
This is highway fucking robbery.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kurichi Randosama, for the $4.99. You sold out. No, I did not sell anything. I have not used Unity on anything in my entire life.
She's saying, what? You sold our children, Angel? No!
Ah.
Nice
Listen,
going,
it's
Angel.
fine. There was this Nigerian prince told me he needed help.
Yo, these
So
are
I sold him our
Santos
children.
in the chat. He's saying, hey up there, the Joseph Santos, welcome to the show. Screw Unity
Hello.
on this one. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh yeah, hilariously.
Now,
Unity said that it had 1.5 million monthly active users as of 2020, according to VentureBeat, which means that 10% figure still impacts plenty of developers. In 2016, they had more than 5.5 million registered developers, a number that has clearly grown. The developers who will be impacted are generally those who have successful games that are generally revenue way above the threshold, the Unity representative told Polygon. This means that developers who are still building their business and growing the audience of their game will not pay. I love how they are so very quickly sidestepping the fact of saying, yeah, don't worry, the only time this will hit you is if you have so much money, it won't be a problem. But that doesn't change the fact that you are taking money from me, you piece of shit.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, I'm already paying you guys an annual licensing fee just for the video game engine for it to work. Like, that's how it is. It's like an annual fee. Like, okay, thanks for letting us. You remember earlier? Thank you. Come again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the Unity engine. We have an annual fee. You get to use it, but you have to pay us an annual amount in order to keep it running. In order for us to be able to keep it going.
Wait. What is this annual amount?
It's XYZ, but you got this, right? Okay? No, that's the normal way, and that's how it is. This is it afterwards. Okay, so you just paid the annual fee. Wow, look at your game. It went viral. People are downloading it off of Steam like crazy.
Yeah, but I could go for a bowl of ramen.
Congratulations, you're doing really well with this game. It's very successful and very popular.
Yeah, that's great. Can
Yeah.
I get some money back so I can get lunch?
What are you talking about? You owe us money. 20 cents per download, please. 20 cents per download.
I need a
20
roof.
cents per downloads. Sell your roof. 20 cents per download.
I need to feed my kids.
Sell your kids. 20 cents per download. 20 cents per download.
20 cents per child.
I can't go another day with an empty stomach.
Sell your stomach if you're not using it since it's empty. 20 cents per download.
Listen, the stomach lining can be sacrificed as long as you're willing to drink nothing but liquids for the next 20 years. You'll be fine.
20 years? You think he's going to live that long without a stomach? Give it 8 months tops.
Listen.
In the meantime,
No.
20
I will
cents per
give him
download.
food because the longer he stays alive, the more he can give me 20 cents per download.
Oh my god.
So,
Now, obviously, people were fucking pissed. Specifically, lots of game developers on social media don't see it their way. One particular pain point is, aside from the fact that they are losing revenue, is how the model impacts subscription services like Microsoft Game Pass, as well as things like free demos, charity bundles, and other models that have been very successful for smaller developers, said Mike Wuterick, Chief Technology Officer at Blink Moon. Wuterick and Blink Moon just changed engines from Unreal to Unity for the company's new project, and the Tuesday new means that pausing the project until more information is available. In their own words, we may see millions of downloads and no long-tail revenue.
Oh boy.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
how much of a fucking
Yeah.
problem it is, folks.
The only good news is that we just started development, so we only lose a month of work by resetting. Without further clarification of this information by Unity, I will be forced to reset and switch to Unreal. We are a small developer, and having such a large financial uncertainty hanging over our heads basically guarantees that we will switch back for this and all future games we create.
So nice.
He explained that Nice job. He explained that the genre Blinkbone is working is independent on the low price point per game with a large number of installations, and that the changes risk eating up a massive amount of revenue. It is extremely unclear how Unity will track the installations. In general, the uncertainty about that will cost a given month makes the decision to use Unity extremely risky.
Newfangled Games CEO and co-founder Henry Hoffman is working on a game called Paper Trail, expected out in 2024. The demo is currently available for download, but when Unity's pricing change goes live, it could cost the studio. Newfangled Games was started specifically to work with subscription services like Netflix Games, Apple Arcade, and Game Pass. Hoffman told Polygon, a strategy that helps de-risk developments for a small team. Go ahead, Zay.
As a small team, these licensing deals afford us the financial stability needed to build a sustainable long-term studio, but it means we may see millions of downloads with no long-tail revenue, Hoffman said. This newly Unity pricing model makes this completely unviable and would most likely mean us changing engines completely longer term.
Yeah, it's basically saying, you guys are fucking up with our money and we don't even have it yet. Jesus.
It gets better. Paper Trail has been in development for 4 years. Licensing deals were made quite a while ago and used to further development. Hoffman stated, it is entirely possible that we end up owing Unity significant pay-per-installation fee, despite the revenue threshold being used to fund development and new installations not generating any new revenue, he said. Developers with games on Xbox Game Pass, which has millions of subscribers, face a similar issue. A Unity representative told Polygon that the installation and stabilization of a game via streaming on web browser is considered an install. We leverage our own proprietary model, and while PC and console install data is less publicly reported, our data model will... So wait. They have their own model to track installations.
Where did they get this model?
According to them.
And you expect me to trust them? Yeah, guys, don't worry. We're gonna use our own model. No way we're going to exploit this. We're just gonna use our own one. No, you can see it.
Angel,
it's our one.
Jose, Angel, I believe I found out the source of the model over here, guys.
What's up?
Which is?
Say it with me.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, our data model will invoice a fee to cover all platforms. With any program or product launch, we will refine this over time. So they don't even have the whole thing completed.
Haven't figured out yet, motherfuckers.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, those approached by Unity will submit proof of installation on those platforms. Later, they clarify that developers won't pay for subscription-based installs because the developer is not distributing it. So, just in case this wasn't suspicious enough, they're not going to just use like the model to track installation. They're going to make their own model to track installation.
Oh man!
Why the hell?
And it's not even complete yet. Yeah, you expect me to trust this garbage. You honestly expect me to believe this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That's
Come
adorable.
on, Angel. These people look like good people that we can trust, right? I mean, take a chance, man.
Yeah, no, it's so boned.
Yeah, very much boned.
Folks, do me a favor and please throw up those blasted slurs emoji over here because this is fucking ridiculous.
It
man.
is absolutely ridiculous. And folks, let us know your thoughts about this situation. This is
This is getting worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can we switch to the second article over here to let you guys know
how
bad this has gotten?
Yeah, we can. Like, there's other stuff we want to go to, but
Zay, you can chill.
I'll run through it real quick. Give me 5 minutes.
What's up, Angel?
This is gonna be quick. Trust me, because this is a doozy. For starters, a little bit of a preamble. A bunch of people on high positions in the Unity company were found trying to sell their own shares.
What? They're trying to sell, motherfuckers?
Yeah. And then came the second article. The Unity closes offices due to a credible death threat. Oh no. Unity Technologies has closed several offices due to potential threats of Unity spokespersons confirmed to Polygon. The Bloomberg report said that the offices in Austin, Texas and San Francisco were closed due to what was described as a credible death threat. San Francisco police told Polygon that the person who reported the threat to the police said an employee made a threat towards his employer using social media. The aforementioned employee reportedly works in an out-of-state office.
Oh my god, this is how ridiculous it's gotten.
Oh my god.
Unity is eating themselves alive.
Yeah, it was later basically pointed out that the threat itself came from inside the system, so they essentially made up the threat to farm for sympathy.
Bullshit. Oh my
Come
god.
on.
Yeah.
Listen,
It was recently revealed. Yeah, I sent the report on that one. It was recently revealed that the actual you listen, guys. You do not hate these people enough. You think you do, but you don't. The credible threat that was prompted the closure of Unity offices, according to Eurogamer, was made by a Unity employee as revealed by the office, which means that basically was inside bullshit, and they tried to spin it out as outside bullshit to farm for sympathy and make people forget. But guess what? We are not forgetting. And as of now, we have several developers that have basically said, we're going to either cancel our games or we're going to straight up switch to another engine. Even the guys who develop Cult of the Lamb outright says, yeah, you got until Monday to buy the game because we're going to remove it from Steam. We're going to delist this bitch.
We're going to delist this because we're not going to take this chance. And Unity has basically fucked itself over with this now. But can you believe this, guys, that some employee at Unity went out of their way to fake a death threat to the main office?
Incredible.
In order to farm cheap heat and cheap sympathy. Like, oh no, look at us, this poor company over here. We're being threatened because of our horribly, totally fair and balanced corporate decision to try to nickel and dime game developers.
And now after they've been exposed, they're like, yay, congratulations, Unity. We don't trust you.
I mean, we weren't going to trust them to begin with the second they came up with that shenanigans. But now we have even less of a reason to give a shit about what they want.
Guaranteed that we will never, ever trust you in the future.
So we're just going to be... Also, yeah, remember, the model that they claim that they have, that supposedly is newly made, we don't know how it works. We don't know how they made it up. But we know one thing. This company is filled to the brim with greed. So you know they are going to tweak the model to give them as much money as possible. Their CEO is the guy who basically said once he was working for EA that the players should be forced to pay to reload when they ran out of ammo. Like,
this is not a joke, guys. This was legitimately something this moron said. What's the name
this
of this
man
guy
is unhinged.
What's the name of this
Hang
guy?
on. I gotta find his information again. I closed the article. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just give him a minute.
Riccitelli. His name is Riccitelli.
Riccitelli.
Yeah, and he was such a piece of... He was such a piece of shit when he was working for EA that Suda51, notorious weird guy that makes weird games, alright, says, fuck this guy, I'm gonna put him as the antagonist in my game and you get to beat the shit out of him.
John Riccitello.
Yeah, that dipshit.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna I want people to see this guy's name. I want people to see his face so they could see the stupidity. I want folks to know who to fucking turn to when this goes belly up. When Unity, which has is the bedrock for all sorts of different popular video games, goes tits up thanks to this guy trying to money grub people out of their livelihoods. John Riccitello, motherfucker. Look at this guy. I'm gonna blow up the photo here.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Yeah. This is John Riccitello. This is the hobo. Look at him. He looks like he's trying to fucking like Emperor Palpatine his way through a corporate suit.
Oh my God.
What I find fascinating is how... Why does this keep happening? Like, the company of Unity was well known, well liked, and respected. They were pretty much the guaranteed work of quality. Like, you put them to work, they work the work. Like, everything was working just fine, and all it took was one greedy jackass in a suit, and their reputation is ruined. They will never recover from this.
They will never financially recover from all this.
No, they will never.
Even if they roll it back and they go, okay, we take it back, guys, we didn't mean any of it, nobody will trust them. Because the second you give them an inch, they will steal a mile from you.
And then some. But that being said, this joke actually comes full circle because before we streamed, guys, completely off topic, but not really. Speaking of Unity, I was actually looking up clips from Superman, the animated series, and I found a clip to an episode where Superman and Supergirl team up to fight off some evil entity that's called Unity.
Ha!
That was taking over Smallville.
Holy shit.
How ironic. How deliciously ironic.
Traffic jam when
Just
you're
thought I
already late.
mentioned that.
Guys, we gotta tell you, this is bananas, and this just goes to show you the unfettered greed that some corporations are willing to go to. This is why we made the Ocean's 11 fucking thumbnail and put both stories in the name of it, because you've got one form of thievery that's put out, quote unquote, in the name of social justice, like how dare you MGM short your people and like fucking like go into the private information of your high roller players in order to make your own money because they're losing money, and then they sell off their own shares. So we're making you pay us the amount of shares that you're selling the company off of, so
Hey,
how dare you?
hey, Wancho, they're social justice warriors, man. They thrive on the power of self-righteousness.
This is the problem. These are actual social justice warriors with the actual power of lead hacksaws skills. It is disgusting. Where on the other hand...
It is disgusting, but at the same time, fuck the corpos.
On the other hand, the second story here with Unity Technologies, like Angel said, this is a well-respected corporation, well-respected video game cornerstone in the video gaming industry, and all it took was one greedy asshole to say, hey, how about we try a different model that gives us more money and fucks over the people that we're getting it from?
You reap what you sow, MGM and Unity.
Holding an invisible...
Allow me to offer you a small moment of perspective. This is not video games, this is movies. Do you remember the cancelled film of Popeye the Sailor Man by Genndy Tartakovsky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody released the notes of many of the questions and censorships that the CEOs and top bigwigs wanted to put on the file. One of them was to not call him Popeye the Sailor Man because, on their own words, children today don't know what a sailor is.
What the fuck?
The people on top don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude.
How the hell
in
did
any
this
industry
come from? Of course kids know what sailors are. What
Not
the
according
hell?
to some old wrinkly shithead in Hollywood. But yeah, dude, like, this applies to games too. The people on top only care about line co-op, and they genuinely have no idea how the business works. The frustration between game developers and, like, publishers is one that I can only begin to describe as the coldest of wars. And, well, here we see the result. You give them a second of leeway, and they try to make it so you suffer from being too successful. And not like the DJ Khaled shit. I mean, like, genuinely suffering from success.
So I'm at a fucking loss for words. Like, it's like, congratulations. Like I said, your game's gone viral. 20 cents per download. Pay us 20 cents per download.
I think my family are worried about
20 cents per download. You don't have a choice. 20 cents per download.
Don't worry. If you run out, we'll just do the human plus surgery on you.
You have a choice.
What's that?
You have a choice. Here's an ad break. Here's an ad break. Here's an ad break. By the way,
remember
folks,
when Twitch started to do the same thing and they filled streams with so many ads people couldn't even watch the damn things anymore?
By the way, folks, in the live chat, sorry, but this is part of the joke.
Oh, God. Damn it.
Here's an ad break.
Oh.
But yeah, there you have it. That is the end of the gaming news for today. And pretty much fuck Unity and everything connected to it.
Well, now,
it's
hang on
doomed.
a minute, Angel. We're not exactly done with video games because there's some positive things to talk about this week. Now, Angel, I do need to ask you a question since we have some time. Have you been keeping up with any of the announcements from this week's Nintendo Direct?
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh, so we've got some good news then.
They have released some very interesting games, some very, very interesting titles that I am admittedly very interested on. Allow me to run through the list of the ones that are really, really important. This was the Nintendo Direct, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So to begin with, this is more of a list of what I found interesting to myself in this case, because I was genuinely surprised with some of the stuff that we got here. Some like really cool shit coming out. To begin with, we're getting, and I can't believe I'm saying this, after all this time, a genuine Princess Peach game. Like a proper 100% Princess Peach game. We haven't had one of those since the Wii.
Hold on. A Princess Peach game. Not like the Nintendo DS Super Princess Peach little mobile game that was just on the Nintendo DS. And
No. This is a proper AAA big title for the lady in pink.
Oh, wow.
Princess Peach Showtime. When you play as the eponymous princess, trying to solve the mystery of who done it. A new race of evil has come to take over a production of a beautiful magical theater. So, using the power of a magic ribbon, you get to change outfits into different powers and abilities to solve the mystery and kick some ass. I am
awesome.
really excited for this.
I'm actually showing folks the article for it on The Verge, just so they can follow along.
You know, I gotta say, I actually like this. I like that all the characters from the original Super Mario franchise branch out and have their own games. I mean, Donkey Kong has his games. We already know that, and those are the stuff of legend. Yoshi has his games. Yep. Luigi has his game, Luigi Mansion. Wario has his game.
Which, speaking of, the second Luigi Mansion's game is getting released for the Switch.
Okay, we're gonna get to that, but yeah. And now, Princess Peach has her own has her own legitimate game that you could play on the console. They could play on the Switch.
Dope shit, boys.
Now, how long before Toad gets a game?
I think he already did. It was called Toad's Treasure Hunt.
Really?
When was this?
Yeah. You guys really, to be fair, everybody forgot.
I'm surprised
okay.
you remember.
Real quick,
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the Nintendo Switch. It was released quite some time ago, in fact.
By the way, Angel, I don't know if you're actually seeing the live stream on there. When I was
I
doing,
am.
when I told folks about like, oh, here's an ad break in your game. I went ahead and put an actual ad break during our stream, and
Jesus
Green Eyed
fucking
Dragon
Christ.
caught it and realized it's part of the joke. Yep.
So yeah, no, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker was released in July 13, 2018. So yeah, everybody's getting a game. And speaking of Mario, there was also going to be more footage showing that we're getting more work on Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. And on top of that, like, we're getting a lot of RPG work. We're getting a re-release of Super Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door, which originally came out years ago for the GameCube.
That's
So,
awesome.
If you guys like Mario and you want RPGs, you're gonna be getting like the lion's share of the meat cuts here. But I must admit, I was not expecting this release. This is a good one. Everybody here remembers F-Zero.
Of course.
Ooh, that's what gave us Captain Falcon.
Well, of all the things, we're getting a new thing called F-Zero, the original game, but as a 99-player battle royale game. So you are racing at top speed while you're fighting other 99 players at the same time.
Dude.
Hold on, what? How can the Switch handle that much interconnectivity? People will have their Switches melt. It will turn into molten slag trying to run that many people running at once.
That's the funny thing. It can't. So it's going to be fun seeing what happens.
Oh my god. This is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, we got a bunch of really good announcements for the Nintendo on that one. And one that I wasn't expecting and that I am really excited for. Well, by the way, we got a new Warrior Rhythm game called WarioWare Move It, which implies a summer vacation. I hope you guys are ready to party. Now, the one that really got me,
move it. You like to move it.
Hey,
No.
I'm a fan of WarioWare. I like WarioWare touched and smooth moves.
I'm not saying anything against it. I like to move it as if I was voicing Wario.
But wait, there is more Mario. Joe, you love Mario.
Of course I do.
Do you love speed?
Of course I like speed.
Well, get ready to get on your ass and burn some rubber because the 6th and final wave of DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is on the way for the holiday season. We have new stages, we got a bunch of new characters, and more important, including Pichette, Pauline, and most importantly, Funky Kong. That's right, baby. Mario Kart now has Funky Mode included.
Yeah!
That funky monkey!
That's
the
awesome.
funkiest of apes.
Holy
Now,
cow.
For the one that really caught me by surprise, however, was the one that is coming from none other than Atlas and Vanillaware. We got a strategy game, guys.
What strategy game is that, Angel?
Unicorn Overlord, what seems to be a medieval fantasy plot twist, has you taking the reins of a prince trying to fulfill the duty of his bloodline. You collect allies, make enemies, and build your army to go in turn-based strategy battles. And because this is Vanillaware and Atlas, everything is in the most beautiful art style you have ever seen, with 2D animation that resembles an old medieval painting, the most beautiful fucking food you ever seen, and a collector's edition that comes with a 2-disc CD, 136-page art book, and a goddamn card game included with 236 high-quality, well-drawn cards. That's right, baby.
But that's all. Like, how is this possible in a Nintendo game?
Well, to be fair, though, it's a 2D game, so I'm guessing the graphical, what would you call it? I would say that the graphical exploitment would not be too difficult. Allow me to send you the trailer so you can see it. No sound, of course. So you can see it on the chat and see what is going on here.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. But while you're doing that, Angel, I actually want to double back because you were hinting at a new Luigi's Mansion game, weren't you?
Not exactly a new one. It's basically a remake of Luigi's Mansion 2, the really popular one. That one is getting re-released for the Switch. Also, and now I have just put the trailer on the chat. Check it out.
Okay, I will open said trailer in said chat.
By the way, this game is coming out on literally fucking everything. No excuses, people.
So there's literally no excuse. Everyone play this fucking game or you're fired. There.
Observe, looks graphic. Look at this painting.
From till college. Hang on. I'm showing folks that folks have the thing of what do you call it? Luigi's Mansion 2 on their screen. So give me a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nintendo Direct. Hold on. Oh, and there and here we go. So yeah, I've gone ahead and muted the thing. So here's the actual trailer. Look at just how they're actually bringing it out. Unicorn Overlord. Yep.
It's amazing. I like
Liberate your kingdom. Reclaim your destiny. So yeah, the game seems to have an overworld map that allows you to run around, to visit different locations where you advance the story, make alliances, and declare your enemies. And it looks like a strategy game building up countless units to basically make your army. And of course, you know, every unit has its own strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, this is basically Odin's Sphere, and we turn this shit into Tactics Ogre. It's Ogre!
That's a hell of a combination. And who doesn't like a good strategy game?
Not for real.
Yeah, more importantly, this is made by both Atlas... Sorry, what?
I was saying I was double checking back on the F-099. Like, okay, this explains that they went the 16-bit route for that, so that explains it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, we're using the original game. It's like Tetris 99.
Nice.
Are you watching the trailer right now? Are you seeing this shit?
Well, I'm going back to the trailer over here.
So we're gonna be racing like it's 1999.
No.
Yes.
No, but looking back at the trailer for Unicorn Overlord over here, because I want...
It looks like we have 3 kingdoms. We got the red, the whites, and the blue. Oh no, 4 kingdoms. Never mind. And the game boasts over 5 kingdoms. I was wrong. So the game boasts what seems to be over 60 unique characters. And the implication is that there's going to be a lot of routes and different stories. And God damn, look at that food. And this is Atlas and this is Vanillaware. So I'm expecting the story to be 3 different flavors of completely fucked up.
So,
Like,
just to give you guys an idea, Atlas was the developers of No More Heroes, am I right?
And Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. So they know what they're doing.
They're kind of a big deal. It's kind of important. It's kind of a big freaking deal that Unicorn Overlord is coming out for this. I'm also seeing here that they actually went ahead and released some footage as well for the remake of Super Mario RPG. So so that one's like been a Super Nintendo classic that folks have been clamoring for, and it's getting a proper 3D remake. So that's going to be badass as well.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nintendo has decided to remind us that video games can be good again with a bevy of good-ass titles to destroy your Switch with.
Angel, how can we forget the greatest lady in all of the mid-90s generation of video gaming?
Ah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
One of the great originals is coming back. 3 of the original Tomb Raider games are being remastered and re-released for every console in existence, even giving you the chance to switch back to the original graphics if you so want to. Yep. So for those of you who forgot who one of the original ladies of PlayStation was, well, mind you, she may not be as famous as Chun-Li, but Lara Croft is right up there in my heart.
Are you kidding me? She's so famous. Like a video game franchise that was so nice that Hollywood made movies not once but twice.
Twice indeed. I still don't understand how the hell that robot worked at the first movie. Was that a spider or some shit? Whatever.
No, just the dude has robots. The tech
all I remember
that works with Angelina Jolie works. He does robots. He does. He's like Donatello. He does
machines.
There you go.
All I remember clearly about the first movie is that the poor guy got dragged into the expedition, even though he has no fight ability. And he's sitting next to her and goes, "I can't believe you dragged me into this place. This is not a country. This is an ice cube. And my left ass cheek has gone right to sleep." And she looks at him and goes, "Fascinating."
Yes.
It's like, wow.
It was dumb, but it was fun. Shut up.
I love it.
Let me see over here. I think I see Blue Bell Fleur in the chat as well. Hey, Blue Bell Fleur. Welcome to the Ravens flock. Thank you for joining us. They said, I hope the localization doesn't get messed up.
They better fucking not.
Overlord. Holy shit.
They can't. The Atlas is very strict when it comes to this crap, as long as they don't screw it up. Vanillaware, they had some issues with their 13 Sentinels localization, but, well, hopefully they won't screw it up. I don't want to start fucking downloading illegal patches just so they can put the proper subtitles in.
That would be hilarious.
Because I will.
Tragic. Also trying to patch that stuff into a Nintendo system, Angel. I don't know. That might.
Don't underestimate me. The game comes out for almost every console.
Good point. You wouldn't be using it on your Nintendo to begin with.
But yeah, I mean,
But I just really want that card game, dude. I'm like, are you telling me that you guys are so sure this game is going to succeed that you put a whole music CD set, an art book, and another game with your game? Jesus Christ!
They're spoiling you.
They're spoiling you. I mean,
game.
here's the thing, Angel. We've criticized Nintendo before in the past, and
We still do, and
we still
will.
do. But when they do stuff right, like putting out all these game releases, all this content that they're giving us, for us Nintendo consumers, most of the time they do it right.
Yes, but here's the thing, though. This is not Nintendo. This is VanillaWare and Atlas. They are the company. Nintendo is merely the publisher. So I'm gonna give credit where credit is due to Atlas and VanillaWare. Nintendo can still eat my ass.
Jesus Christ. I know.
I have not forgotten what they have done with their hardware. That travesty of a machine.
Listen, if they really wanted to make the Switch as badass as it could possibly be, have it be built with a built-in at least half a terabyte hard drive, which you can now do these days with solid state drives. Don't tell me you can't, because we have 1 terabyte micro SD cards now. Don't tell me we can't do it. Have that in the native to start off, with the option to expand like they have it now, and give us a processor that can actually run the games at 60 frames per second without it lagging into all hell and chicanery. They can. They've got the money. They've got the power. They've got the power.
They can do it, but
they choose not to.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But money, though.
But they would make more money. People would be happier.
Oh, come on, Angel. This is Nintendo.
Yeah, but money now, though.
This is Nintendo we're talking about, Angel. They're the #1 video gaming conglomerate in the entire world. They're not going to bend over backwards to your complaints and switch it up.
I hate you. You pieces.
Right.
But the worst part is that, no, he's right. And, I mean, look at it this way. At the end of the day, Nintendo stays winning because they have the power of IPs that cannot be controlled. Right now, Nintendo has so many IPs that if I say video games, you will think of a Nintendo one. Meanwhile, Sony has systematically fucked up every single IP and every bit of goodwill they had. And tell me again what happened to Master Chief.
Oh God, Master Chief got Chiefed the Mastered out.
Oof.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him, and then Paramount made him.
Exactly.
The less we speak about that, the better.
No.
Also,
they don't deserve our attention.
No, Jose, I have to point out how they made Master Chief into a psychotic jarhead who bangs an alien race woman in front of Cortana.
By the way, that's not an alien race woman, that is just a woman, which means that he's also a traitor to his country, a race traitor to his own race. Also, I'm pretty sure a military man having sex with a war prisoner is a crime.
Yes, it
like
is.
3 levels of crime.
Way to go, Paramount.
No, I don't care if she initiated it. Shoot him.
They proudly said that they didn't care about the source material. The source material is right there. Give us the harrowing tale of the regular people alongside the Master Chief trying to struggle for survival against insurmountable odds against an almighty covenant alliance of aliens on a space jihad.
Nah, fuck it, Scrub.
No,
We're doing it our way. We going live.
No!
The first 5 minutes of that show were so good, and then everything else was just a shit. Oh, by the way, you know what? Good news on that side. It has been more or less confirmed that we're getting One Piece live action season 2.
Yay!
So there you have it. It may not be the perfect adaptation, but it's amazing what you can do when you give a slightest bit of a shit about the source material.
It's
incredible.
It
Extraordinary, even.
And I guess that's gonna do it. That's pretty much gonna wrap things up for us, right?
You're so,
Yep.
I mean, just say, Juan, Angel, I'm hungry. I want to eat chili.
It's understandable. My man. Hey.
What else do we have?
We're shooting the breeze over here. I want to talk to the chat real quick before we start rolling out.
No chat, just food.
But like the Fight Center even says, but money though.
Huh.
Money indeed.
Huh. All we had to do was adhere to the books, and the money printer would have been
burring for a decade.
Burring for a decade.
Yeah, the money.
Okay, but what if more though?
Gene Rick made their way into the chat. Hey up, Gene Rick, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, like we went ahead and we're offering folks their thoughts on we want to hear your thoughts on the stories we covered tonight. We covered the crap happening in Las Vegas with the casinos getting hacked, and
We covered the crap with Unity games.
Yeah, and we covered the crap with Unity Enterprises charging a freaking royalty fee to game developers now for every download of their game.
Because it's never enough for them.
But thankfully, we cleansed our palate tonight with some of the Nintendo Direct announcements.
Yay!
So it's going to be...
Yay, indeed.
And Gene Rick, you may have missed the bulk of the show.
But you can catch us on the replay.
Yes, please. You're free to go ahead and speak with us on the replay in the comments. You're welcome to take a look and see what tickled your fancy in terms of the stories we talked about. And we do have to address one other thing over here, folks. We were all supposed to go today to Phantasm Orlando. We were supposed to go. We wanted to go support the convention. I'm so sorry that we couldn't. But money, though. Like Fisetter said in the chat, we are broke as hell.
We are broke as hell, and unfortunately, because of the low ceiling on our finances, we're not able to go to Phantasm Orlando this year. Nevertheless, we on this channel, we do wish everyone who is attending Phantasm Orlando an awesome, fun time.
Our sincerest apologies for the inconvenience, but we will jump in there next time. We promise you that.
You're damn right we will. We're gonna make our way over there one way or a freaking another. I don't want us missing any more conventions for the rest of the year. If we decide we're gonna go to one, we gotta pull hell and high water to make it.
Yes, I agree with you. As long as we plan ahead and we are smart about it.
Angel
smeared.
Angel brought lumber. He's got wood for days. That's smart.
I am smart, I say, as I spend thousands of dollars on a construction project.
Congratulations, Angel. You probably have enough to build yourself a freaking wall just in case we get hit by another hurricane.
Yay! Ouch!
Angel, it's going to be okay. You've got wood. You've got wood for days.
I have so much wood, bro. Bro, I have so much wood.
Do we have any wood emojis, like a 2x4? I'm pretty sure we do.
Dragon,
just put plank from edit and it in there.
Are you guys still planning to go to Japan? If so, when and how much are you trying to raise? We plan to go to Japan in 2025. There's going to be a Star Wars Expo that year.
Star Wars Celebration in Japan. That's why we're going. And it's going to be the entirety of the Ravens flock. Not just us three, but K-Storm, Zayana Rose, and Dragonfang are joining us. So
we're dragging them along with us, whether they want to or not.
Oh, no, they want to. They want to go back to Japan. It's going to be fun for them. And the goal that we're trying to raise is a steep one, but it's accurate. And the majority of it is due to travel. The key number is $50,000, and I actually want to we're actually going to put an announcement for inner flockers only when we're going to actually begin the fundraising process on this.
Absolutely. And speaking of announcements, actually, can we make the announcement now with the
No, why not? We brought up Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I'll announce it again, but you guys are the first to hear it right now. In celebration of this week's announcements from Nintendo through their Nintendo Direct, the Ravens flock, we have added a new item to our Teespring shop. Folks, guess along with t-shirts and yoga pants and accessories and cell phone cases and whatnot, now you're able to purchase a custom the Ravens Flock brand Nintendo Switch cover, Nintendo Switch hard cases. That's right. We have it available on our Teespring right now. Can't we share a picture?
Well, it's not available right this second. We're going to finish publishing it at the end of the show.
But we're going to give you a little preview of what it looks like.
So, just as an example, move this way, walk this way, and talk this way. Here we are.
It's gonna look good.
Fire, walk with me.
This is just one example of the back covers that you're gonna get for the Nintendo Switch. So if you've got a Switch, or if you know someone who has a Nintendo Switch, you can go ahead and get Ravens Flock branded covers like this. We're gonna have different patterns on it. And we're also going to put stuff for our main logo, the Ravens Flock, your voice, our mission, that kind of stuff.
Angel, what do you think of this sample?
Oh, it looks great. I really like what you've done with the particular design. I like the idea that our logo maintains an aspect of simplicity, which means that we can get as complicated as we want with it while still keeping the original shape. So I say dandy.
Hells yeah, dandy. And you know what? It will be available very soon. You guys are the first to hear it. We're going to put out an official announcement of this product for our Teespring shop. Teespring.com/theravensflock. Link is in the description of the video.
Actually, Jose,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
keep using the old long
Oh, yeah, it's
one.
the tiny link, right?
Yeah,
Tiny URL,
no,
yeah.
we have a tiny URL there. tiny.cc/shoptrf.
That's right. That's
It's
right. Thank you for reminding me, Juan.
Yeah, and we're going to make it available for you guys as soon as possible. And Gene Rick is even saying, I will help with the Japan trip as much as I can. We appreciate that from all you guys. We appreciate that, Gene Rick. Kuristi, I'm loving the Switch cover.
Thank you so much. I've worked very hard on working on these patterns for the Switch covers, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, we do have a couple of other announcements before we wrap this up. Now, Angel, I know that you've been sidelined for reasons of life and house and wood.
Alas.
But
So much wood.
But do you
So
think
much
we'll
wood.
be able to finish the story of Asura's Wrath next weekend?
We will, in fact, be more than likely able to finish that amazing story. I sincerely apologize to our beloved listeners who were there with us during this particular time. But yes, this time I should be able to get with you guys next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to finish the tale of the angriest dad that ever dadded in the history of daddios.
It's insane. I love how we managed to start off this game. It's one of our favorites. It's janky as hell, and you can tell the pixelation on there from a mile away.
But the game mechanics are unique. You don't see those mechanics anywhere in other Capcom games.
No, you don't. Not anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, what do you call it? Green-Eyed Dragon and Kuristi are throwing up wood for days for you, Angel.
Thank you. My wood was massive, so heavy I could barely put it in my own hands. Ladies.
Giggity.
So Angel, what time will we be able to finish the story of Asura's Wrath for Los Amigos Play?
Well, we should be able to get it done next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, I'll be more than happy to join you folks on this extraordinary tale. And I hope that you'll be happy to join me as well.
Absolutely. I look forward to next weekend when we conclude this story. And of course, for any professional wrestling fans watching right now, for this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, along with my weekly wrestling reviews of WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling, I will be reviewing this year's TV special of AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. AEW All Elite Wrestling will be returning to the Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York, me and Juancho's stomping grounds.
Don't touch me.
And the main event that I'll be covering is for the AEW World Championship. As the defending champion, hometown hero MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, defends against the Ring of Honor World Television Champion and the star of Twisted Metal, Samoa Joe.
Remind me to sit back with you guys so we can watch Twisted Metal. I have my doubts about it, but apparently they told me they managed to make a scene with Evanescence still be genuinely sad. And that alone is worth the ticket of admission, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, hells yeah. We will.
Like, imagine using My Immortal again, but not ironically, not jokingly, actually using it sincerely in a TV show in 2023.
Yeah.
It's unheard of.
That alone is worth the price of admission, boys.
All right.
Also, Samoa Joe doing acting is great because I always like it when wrestlers try to get on the screen. Even if they don't always succeed, their work alone is worth the time.
Just imagine the chemistry that Samoa Joe, of all freaking people, has with Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, the Captain America. The Captain America.
Hey, if it works.
Along with the badassness of Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and the voice of
Mirabel from Encanto.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so go fucking figure. It's a star-studded show, so we're definitely gonna check that out. One other thing we have to watch on Peacock, because it's also not just Twisted Metal is on there, but coming up, I think it's at the end of the month, a 3-night event, The Continental, like the 3-part mini-series prequel to the world of John Wick.
Yes, we gotta watch that, Angel.
Oh, that's right.
Yo,
you know what? That one's worth watching.
Tam Tam's in the chat. Hey up, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam.
Tam is
hello.
They showed up earlier.
Oh, Gene Rick was saying hi to Tam. My bad. But still, I'm happy to see you.
Now, of course, before we get to Wrestle Rewind and Los Amigos Play, Juancho, first of all, we're next week. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be story conclusions for Los Amigos Play for Asura's Wrath, a story conclusion with MJF versus Samoa Joe next week. But before we get to that, Wancho, Wancho, we got to get to your programming, The Black Files, which doesn't have a conclusion.
You're damn right. That's because I don't just...
Because the bad news never end.
Actually, you're kind of right. You guys saw the time we covered all sorts of different stories spanning the world of nerd culture and pop culture. Something popular culture like what's happening with the Las Vegas hacking, and nerd culture, and something a little more technical like the video game business happening with Unity and the Nintendo Direct over here. God dang it, Matthew Coburn, Thunder Cougar Falkenberg. Thank you for the captain.
That sounds like the name of a superpower MILF, and I want one.
Same.
But go on, Wancho.
But on the Black Files on my program, the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, we just hone in on one story and we cut in deep. This last week, we went a little more technical than usual. We went ahead and talked about the announcements of the new iPhone 15. And I basically just like, okay, I'm sick and tired of people trying to overhype and over-sanctify their usage of, like, dude, since I have an iPhone, I'm superior to other people or whatever. Like, bullshit. That way of thinking has gone the way of the dodo, all right? That shit's out of the farm, and we went ahead and...
It's pretty dodo, all right, and that is shit.
That no longer counts as a status symbol.
Exactly. Because, yeah, it's still expensive, so if you can afford it or if you want to go into a payment plan for it, that's up to you. But at the same time, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. Like I mentioned, how the Pro Max, like how the iPhone 15 Pro has an action button, has a hot button now. There's like, oh my god, this is innovative. This is brand new. Like Samsung phones have been having that for forever. You doofuses.
Yeah,
we reached that point in technology that we're basically celebrating things that we already had as default features years ago.
Exactly.
Kind of depressing, not gonna lie.
Well, of course they don't know, Juancho. It's a revelation to them because they spent their entire lives eating apples.
An all-apple diet is not healthy for you, folks. I gotta tell you right now. So, like, well, of course, there's gonna be plenty of weird news, that covers the darker corners of nerd and pop culture, and I'm gonna be there taking you by the hand or by the arm and bringing you along for the ride, whether you like it or not. So join us and be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick on my program, The Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, our #1 show on this channel, The Ravens Flock, every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, myself, Angel Mendez, and Mr. Juan Arauz, will be here to discuss with you on the latest in the news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or a dead week, now whether we have a lot of wood or no wood at all, it won't matter because we'll be here to discuss with each and every one of you of what's going on. Now, we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in right now. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been engaging in the chat. Everything that we've been doing here, from our multiple shows to our merchandise shop, to our quarter annual subathons, to our wrestling watch parties, to our con appearances, our interviews, everything that we've been doing, it's all part of our dedication from 2013 to make your voice
our mission.
Now,
Whoops.
with that being said,
It's okay, Angel. It's okay if there's a little lag.
it's okay, yeah. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arauz, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. Like, subscribe, comment, give us your thoughts, your opinions after the show, and leave those comments and share this stream to all those closest to you. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/Ravens Flock 13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Kick.com/The Ravens Flock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, youtube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, We are the Ravens flock and eat the rich.
Rich people taste like pork.